Alright, Ringo reviews Cat versus Davis, back for round two. So this is going to be a little bit more of the same. Again, we're going to see Davis getting better ring control, Cat yielding that, not making as effective use of lateral movement as he should. But we're going to see that low-high combination really come into play a bunch here. Davis is really going to start to not only get scared of the low shot, but also scared of the punch. And as he gets hyper aware of each of those, it opens the other one back up. So that's another point we're going to go over. Possibly a little bit of footwork. Yeah, that's, basically it. More of the same. The use of a strong shield punch to maintain distance as well. Just, some basic stuff. Nothing really highly technical in this, or nothing really new. So let's get to it. So as they come out, note Cat kind of just yields the field, yields that center zone right here. Davis is able to take control. And by stopping at the halfway point along the line, he should give himself area to move in either one. But by freezing and being static, we can see Davis is able to come in, and he doesn't really have anywhere to go. He starts to move out here, but he's still trapped in. Davis is on him. And again, this is Davis not pressuring him that lets Cat get free. A little bit more aggressive opponent there would have pushed Cat into the corner and would have been able to make use of it. So a lot of that comes down to setting expectations and kind of forcing your opponent to back off from out of fear and respect. But if you can work through that, you'll end up getting a little bit more of an advantage. So we see, again, Cat goes for that leg. Again, Cat goes for that leg. This is more of that same. Davis starts in and just starts throwing punches and mauling. Pushes Cat up against the rail. Nowhere to go. And doesn't really get to do much. Where it turns, Davis starts to back off. And also, this move by Cat. His arm comes up and he just swats down Davis's arm. Instead of trying to play the fighting game, he just clears the sword out of the way, keeps his arm up to sort of block set distance, throws a shot in. Davis is backing up, lands that heavy shot, and then backs out, voids for the reset. However, notice again, trapping himself in the corner, Davis maintains that center, gets good ring control, except right here, he leaves. By coming this far over, he left Cat an avenue of escape. Cat doesn't take it, though. I think that's a poor move. Now, this is a little hard to see, but Cat's going to basically flick with his right hand here. Davis's shield is going to drop. We don't even really see him start to, but as that shield drops, Cat picks it up, and you can see him start for that heavy punch. And it's going to come in, and it's going to drive Davis back. Boom, he takes the step with it. He's really committed to this. Drives Davis back a couple of feet, a couple of steps. Again, that's the one where I would like to see Cat follow that up. It was a heavy shot. You got your opponent's off balance. Go with it. But it is the safe move to back out. You scored. Now go retreat to safety. You start to see the lateral movement. Cat's actually keeping it moving this time, but now he's straight again. We'd like to see him circle more, come back out to the middle of the ring. Instead, he stays, and he basically sets up here as Davis runs in. And this is what we're talking about by setting distance with that heavy shield punch. Cat sets, takes a step in, and throws a heavy punch. This time, it gets a little caught up on that swing that Davis has in, but it sets distance and kind of is going to get Davis a little hesitant on the entering. We'll see a better version of that later on. You can also use a front kick for this. Lane likes to do that. It's a great distance setter. Just a nice little teep. I like to use that as well. But the point is, you have one straight heavy blow that you use as someone else enters, and it's going to stop them. Oh, hey. This is a good example of why you always throw a shot when you leave. So Cat ends up binding both of the both of Davis's arms, swings him around a little bit, and as he lets go, boom, throws another heavy punch. Davis, as you can see, doesn't really throw anything, but does try to back out. You see his foot step out here, and as he does, he just leaves himself open. Eats that punch. Cat throws, turns, and leaves. Always be throwing when you're leaving. Never give your opponent a free shot on your entrance or exit. So, and this is where we see Davis has that high-low. So now Davis is super ready for that punch, super looking for it, very respectful of it. The punch comes in, he puts both hands up to block. Cat goes low again. Bam! Right into that crease, which has taken a lot of damage already. And then backs out again. Remember, backing out on that shot, see, takes that voiding step. Whoop. That leaves you safe. Score and leave. However, then backed out straight, not laterally, and ends up pressed up against the rails one more time. A nice little jab, trading some blows, and then we're gonna get caught in the Cat goes in for a clinch. Doesn't really end up with anything here, and the reason why this doesn't really work, he doesn't have a throw he did in the last two times, is before Davis was moving in. This time we see Cat moves in, and instead Davis is able to pull himself together. That punch in here could be good, but you gotta free it up. You gotta work it a little bit smoother. As you see, he's still caught. Cat's still caught on the arm here. The arm comes up, and it kind of prevents him from really getting any power on it. You see Davis lifting up into Cat's armpit here. Really throws off of his mechanics on that punch. Not really going to get anything on it. So if you're going to try to throw a punch from the clinch, you need to set it up a little better. And this is where we're going to see a good use of that. Oh, maybe not. It was a little early. I thought that was going to be where Cat uses the... Oof. That's a heavy shot. Davis is just tiring out at this point. They get in the clinch, and this would be where you do it. Hey, my opponent's a little low. He's a little low. I'm not in as deep. Bam. Good shot. And this is where he uses the that straight left. As Davis comes in, you see Davis start to take that step with his leg. As he reaches in, his guard's up. He's about to throw. Heavy shot. And now he's thinking about it. Do I really want to enter? Do I really want to enter? As he's thinking about it, Cat takes another shot at his leg, and that ends the round. So, yeah, it came in a lot quicker this time. Hopefully I didn't rush through any of that stuff. Probably did, but really what we wanted to pay attention to in this is, again, the lack of lateral circling, a little too static on Cat's part, good ring control on Davis's, but a little bit too respectful of that high-low, and it just, opened him up. He needed to be a little bit more aggressive, use his size, use the fact that he was controlling the ring, but it's understandable, especially after he'd eaten 2 falls on being a little too over-aggressive. It's a fine line. You got to walk it. Anyway, we'll come back and do round 3 in a little bit, and I just hope y'all have a good time, good fights. Peace out.